Do you ever think to yourself, I should be further along financially by now? Maybe retirement feels out of reach. Maybe making more money just feels exhausting. If that sounds like you, I want you to know something important. You are not stuck. You don't need to hustle harder. You just need a smarter plan. And midlife is actually the perfect time to reset your money story and build real wealth. Let's talk about the truth when it comes to money in midlife. We feel that by 50, we should have it all figured out: a fat retirement account, zero debt, maybe even a second home. But life is rarely that simple, right? Divorce, job changes, possibly raising kids, caregiving, or unexpected detours. All of these can derail the best laid financial plans. And yet, so many of us carry a quiet shame around money or feeling like we failed somehow. But here's the truth: you didn't fail. You gained decades of experience, resilience, and resourcefulness. That is currency. Midlife isn't the end of your earning power, it's your opportunity to refocus it. One of the biggest myths worth sold, especially women, is that if we want to change our financial situation, we have to completely start over. Like go back to school, learn an entirely new skill, or start climbing someone else's corporate ladder. But that's just not true. At this stage of life, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. You may have been raising kids or managing a household, leading projects at work, caregiving for aging parents, or running a business. That's not just life experience. That's valuable transferable skills. Let me give you some real life examples. Do people always compliment on how cozy and beautiful your home feels? You could offer virtual home styling consults or create a downloadable guide on how to create a warm, inviting space on a budget. Are you the go-to friend for fashion advice? You could create capsule wardrobe templates and offer styling services over Zoom. If you're a retired teacher, you could tutor students online, create curriculum resources, or teach workshops. If you've spent years organizing your family's finances, meal prepping, planning travel, you can teach those systems. That's knowledge people will pay for because it saves them time and stress. You don't have to reinvent yourself. You just have to reframe what you already do well. And guess what? You don't need permission to do this. You don't need a certification to start helping someone else solve a problem that you've already mastered. If you can help someone, you're qualified to begin. So instead of looking out there for something brand new, start by looking inward. Your next income stream might be hiding in the thing you've been doing for free all along. Let's talk about how to monetize these skills and life experiences you already have, because this is where your midlife money reset becomes real. There are two main paths to start with: service-based work and digital products and passive income. And you can absolutely do both. Option one, service-based work. This is the fastest way to start making money. It doesn't require a big following or a fancy website. It just requires clarity and confidence in what you offer. Think about this. Can you offer one-on-one coaching or consulting? Could you teach what you know on a Zoom call or in a workshop or even in someone's living room? You could offer a done-for-you service that saves people time. Let's say you're great at organizing. Offer in-home or virtual organizing sessions. Are you good with social media? Small businesses need help and are willing to pay for it. Are you an excellent cook? You could host classes, create meal plans, or even do kitchen coaching for busy families. Start simple. A one-page PDF of what you offer, a few texts to people you know, and a couple of posts on social media can go a long way. You don't need thousands of followers. You just need to be clear about the value that you provide. Another option is digital products that make passive income. So here's where you can start earning while you sleep, literally. You take what you know and turn it into something people can buy and use on their own time without you being present. That's passive income. And midlife is the perfect time to build it because you've already lived what others are trying to learn. And here are some ways to do that. There's ebooks. Write about a system that you've used, a process that you've learned, or even a mindset shift that helped change your life. There's templates such as budgeting sheets, planner pages, wardrobe checklists, journaling prompts. People love tools that help them stay organized or get results. There's also courses and workshops where you could use platforms like Teachable or even a private Facebook group. You can pre-record videos, create downloads, and walk people through a transformation. Another option is printable art or quotes. If you're creative or artistic, you can sell downloadable pieces on Etsy or your own website, no inventory required. There's also membership plans. You could offer monthly content in group coaching sessions in exchange for recurring income. And here's the best part. You don't need to do it all at once. Just learn as you go and grow, and then start building the next income stream. You're not too late. In fact, you're just in time to build something beautiful on your own terms from the comfort of your home using everything you've already lived and learned. Because the real wealth in midlife, it doesn't come from burnout or endless hours. It comes from alignment, simplicity, and creating income that supports your lifestyle, not the other way around. Here's another shift that has to happen in midlife. Stop only working for your money and start making your money work for you. If you're not already investing, start. I'm not saying throw everything into the stock market overnight, but begin learning. Open a high yield savings account. Look into low cost index funds. Learn about dividend paying stocks or explore real estate. Money sitting still is money losing value. But even small amounts, wisely invested, grow over time. And don't forget, if you're self-employed or a consultant, it's time to raise your rates. Most women undervalue their work. You've spent years gathering wisdom, insight, and problem-solving ability. That's not beginner-level work. Charge accordingly. Now let's talk about something that's just as important as strategy, maybe even more important, your mindset. You can have the best laid financial plan in the world, but if you don't believe that you can succeed, or if you're still operating from outdated beliefs about money, it's going to feel like you're swimming upstream. So let's reset some of those beliefs now. One old belief is, I'm too old to start something new. Your new truth is going to be, I'm experienced, focused, and more capable than I've ever been. Another old belief, I'm not good with money. Your new truth is, I'm learning how to make my money work for me, and that makes me powerful. Old belief is, I missed my chance. Your new truth is, I'm just getting started. You see, we've spent decades being the caregivers, the peacemakers, the behind-the-scenes miracle workers. And somewhere along the way, many of us stopped valuing ourselves. But let me tell you something. There is no one more equipped to build a financially free life than a midlife woman who finally decides she's worthy of more. Because when we finally realize our worth, when we stop discounting ourselves, undercharging, overgiving, and playing it small, that's when things change. Money is not just a tool, it's a reflection of how you value your time, your energy, and your voice. And you don't need to be ruthless to grow your wealth. You just need to be clear. Clear that your time is valuable, your skills are needed, and that your future matters, and that you are allowed to thrive, not just survive. So if you're ready to shift from scarcity to possibility, from surviving to soaring, it starts with the story that you tell yourself about what's possible. You're not too late. You're not behind. You're standing in exactly the right place. to build a new relationship with money that supports the life you want, not the life you've outgrown. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.